And welcome back to the Bella Maria Daytime Talk Show. Today is a very special day here at the Bella Maria Show. We have the president of Apple here to discuss the new iPhone 7s. But before she comes on, we're going to talk about the supposedly differences between the 7s and the 4s.
So right here I have the 7s, and this is the 4s. So we're going to see the differences, or the differences that they claim to be. So they say the iPhone 7s has sharper corners. Do you see that?
They look the same to me.
Well, a big difference, they say, is the weight. So how about you close your eyes and tell me which one's lighter?
Okay. They feel the same. I don't know which one's which.
Well, another big difference between the 7s and the 4s is that this one is $400 more than this one. So for
Really?
$400 you get a sharper corners and a
lighter phone.
But another cool feature is that the Siri that you guys all know and love comes in a more feminine voice.
That's always important. I mean, and also you can change the accent to like a British accent, an Australian accent. So now they can match the navigation in your car. Who doesn't want that?
I don't know about you, but I don't know if I paid $300 for that.
Yeah, that seems like a lot of money.
But we're going to bring in after the break, we're going to bring in the CEO of Apple and see what she has to say about this. Welcome to the Belle and Maria Show. We just got breaking news from our headquarters in Arizona that a riot broke out in an Apple store outside of Phoenix. A man bought the iPhone 7s and already had the iPhone 4s and took them apart and is now protesting that there are no differences between the two.
Apparently the operating system's the same. The corners aren't any sharper. It's not any lighter. He spent days working on this and he found out they're exactly the same.
The only difference is that the iPhone 7s says iPhone 7s in the back, then the iPhone 4s says iPhone 4s. But we're trying to uncover why do people continue to buy the iPhone 7s once they know these realities.
Apparently after the fight broke out, people still showed up and kept buying it. We're not sure. After this commercial break, we're going to ask these very important questions to the Apple CEO, Anna Tanji.
With the CEO of Apple, Anna Tanji.
Woo! Welcome, Anna.
Hey, thanks for having me, guys.
So we called you in, sorry for late notice, but we want to talk about the riot that broke out in Phoenix. So what do you have to say about this?
Well, I think that this just shows how loyal our buyers are.
So you're not disturbed by the fact that your company is reselling items that have already been marketed as a 4S with a new label?
Well, it was improved. We made slight modifications.
Like what?
Like the corners are sharper and it's lighter because it's thinner. And we're not just selling our products. We are selling the brand, and that's what our people love.
So you think it's okay to like sell the same thing even though it's just a different packaging?
And $300 more?
Yeah.
Well, if people are going to buy it, I don't see why not.
So what do you think about this? John, the man who started the riot, said one of your major selling points is that the iPhone 7s is much lighter than the iPhone 4s.
Mm-hmm.
He said they weigh the exact same. What do you have to say about that?
Well, he probably just didn't use as precise of a scale as us, because on our scales at Apple, the iPhone 7s weighs 5.1 grams, and the iPhone 4s weighs about 5.3 grams.
That's a pretty significant difference. I mean,
I think that difference would be a big deal. It'd just be a big difference.
So,
Okay.
so if you were in the buyer situation, would you buy the iPhone 7s for $300 more, even with the exact same thing as the iPhone 4s, which you already have?
I would, because it's about keeping up with the modern times, you know.
So can you tell us about our sales since this news broke?
Oh, they have skyrocketed. They've never been higher.
Why do you
People love
suspect
it.
this is happening?
Because the Apple brand has spread worldwide. We are famous, and everybody wants it. And when everybody wants something, you just gotta get it.
Okay. Thanks for coming, Anna.
Thanks for
Thank you,
having me,
Anna.
guys.
Please welcome to the stage the loyal customer of Apple, Maggie Smith. Hi, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet
Thank you for coming.
you. Of course.
So we see in your hand you have the new iPhone 7s. Is this true?
Yes.
How do you like it?
I love it. I think it's the best thing that's ever happened to
And
me.
is this the first iPhone you had before, or did you have the iPhone 4S?
I've had every single iPhone that has ever come out.
And do you truly notice the difference between this iPhone and your last iPhone?
Absolutely.
Okay, well, so have you heard about the riots that broke out in Arizona?
Yes, I was there. I was in line behind the man who started the riots.
Wait, so hold on. You said you were behind the man who started the riots?
Yes.
And you continued to buy the product after he made evident that there are no differences between the iPhone 4 and the iPhone 7?
Of course. What was I supposed to do? Just not buy it?
Save $300 and not buy it.
But I always have to have the latest thing.
Why?
I always have to be plugged in and connected with the world and what's evolving.
Have you ever thought of maybe buying the Samsung Galaxy, which is only $150 and has much more new technology than the iPhone 7s?
Of course not. Apple is the way to go.
So you're only buying for the brand? Is that it?
Yep.
So you're saying you pay $700 for the iPhone 7 logo here?
That's correct.
All right. Well, I'm really happy that you're happy with your product, but I think, me myself, I'm going to stick with the iPhone 4S. How about you?
Same, I don't see a difference.
Thank you for working with us today. It is a pleasure getting to know you.
Thank you. We got to see from the CEO of Apple and a loyal customer, Maggie. Well, now that everything's out on the table about the differences and the non-differences between the 4S and the 7S, I guess it's up for the buyer to decide if they're going to pay $300 more for the same phone that they already have.
So join us next week as we talk about the new endangered whale. Thanks for watching.